Hello everyone. So this is the third and the final video in the series of evolution of money, and the topics which I'm going to cover today is classification of money. This video might be a little lengthy and in depth, but I can assure you that at the end of this video you will surely be benefited. So money. Money can be classified on the basis of three broader aspects that are nature, acceptability, and money material. Yes, in every aspect it is categorized into two sub-aspects. As you can see here, that on the basis of nature, money proper, money actual, and money of account, there are two kinds of money. Then on the basis of acceptability, or we call it legality also, there are again two kinds of money. First one is legal tender money and second one is optional money. Moving on to third basis, that is money material. One is metallic money and another one is paper money. Let us discuss that in detail. Now first is on the basis of nature, and as you can see there are two types of money. One is money proper and actual money, and the other one is money of account. Money proper or actual money is the money which is in circulation in a country. It is the medium of exchange and means of payment. In India, for example, the rupee note and rupee coins are actual money because different types of transactions and payments can be made through them. Whereas money of account is that in which accounts are maintained, prices of goods and services, general purchasing power, debts, etc. are all expressed in terms of money of account. Normally the money proper and money of account are the same. For an example, Indian rupee acts both as the medium of exchange and the money of account. But sometimes the two may be different, particularly at the time of economic crisis. Let me explain you with an example. After the World War I in Germany, the money proper continued to be German mark, but money of accounts changed to the American dollar because of its stable value as compared to the depreciating mark. Now we will understand the types of money proper or actual money. Types of money proper or actual money. Money proper or actual money is further divided into commodity money and representative money. Commodity money is that type of money that possesses intrinsic value of its own, independent of any governing body. Intrinsic value means true and the real value of the commodity. The longest reigning and the best loved form of commodity money remains gold and silver coins. These commodities, which were used as a medium of exchange or purchasing, are also known as fully bodied money, just because its value is materially equivalent or more than its face value. Face value means the amount written on the commodity. Other kind of money proper, which are not fully bodied money, are known as representative money. This money refers to any form of exchange that stands for backing a store of value. Yet this representative money itself usually has little or no intrinsic value, or can be understood as the face value written over it is more than its real value. Things like checks, credit cards, etc. are the examples of representative money, as they represent or stand for some portion of another money. It is again of two kinds, convertible and inconvertible. Representative money is inconvertible if the issuing authority is under the obligation to convert it into commodity money. It is inconvertible if the issuing authority is under no obligation to convert it into commodity money. Moving on to another classification, that is on the basis of acceptability or legality, money can be divided into legal tender money and optional money. Indian rupee is the de facto legal tender currency in India. The Indian rupee is also legal tender in Nepal and Bhutan, but not the higher denomination currency. The RBI has only allowed the circulation of Indian currency notes of rupees 100 and less in Nepal and Bhutan. But as our currency legal there in Nepal and Bhutan, are their currency also legal here? No. The currencies of Nepal and Bhutan, that is rupees and nagaltram, are not legal tender in India. Wait. Now you must be wondering why so, and what is this legal tender currency? Okay, I will tell you about this. But before that, let me tell you one of the most interesting facts that our India marks the centenary of India's first demonetization of paper currency. It was in 1920 that the Nizam government in Hyderabad had withdrawn rupee 1 paper currency from circulation. But we won't be going in detail here. Yes, but if you viewers want, then I will make a separate video on demonetization. So, following the history, when on 8th November 2016, our Prime Minister in a surprise announcement said that the existing higher denomination currency notes, that is rupees 500 and rupees 1000, will cease to be legal tenders, and also introduced new rupees 500 and 2000 notes. This demonetization drive has had all of us running hither and thither to replace our useless currency notes with new notes that are official legal tender. Hopefully, holders of suitcase full of black money are left scratching their heads on what to do with their high denomination notes, which are illegal. Again, I'm using legal, illegal terms. Okay, let me make you understand what is legal tender and why is it so all-powerful. A country or its citizens may use many modes of exchange in their daily lives. History tells us that ancient humans used salt and spices as currency, but legal tender is a coin or a paper note that is enforced by law and thus legally tenderable for discharge of debt and obligation. Legal tender can be limited or unlimited in character. In India, coins function as legal tender. Coins in India are presently being issued in denominations of 50 paisa, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupees, 10 rupees and 20 rupees coin. 50 paise coins can be offered as legal tender for dues up to rupees 10 and rupees 1 and above coins to pay the debt up to rupees 1000 under the Coinage Act 2011. Now moving on to unlimited legal tender currency notes or banknotes are unlimited legal tenders. Banknotes in India are currently being issued in denominations of rupees 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500 and rupees 2000. And as these are unlimited legal tender, so can be offered as payment for dues of any size. So, does this mean an autowala is obliged to accept your new rupees 2000 note for a short hop? Not necessarily. If you are yet to get into the autowala can turn you down despite it being legal tender. But once you made a trip and you have incurred a debt, he cannot refuse to take your rupee 2000 note, and he certainly cannot sue you to recover that debt. Here, I want to tell you that in Budget 2017-18, a ban on cash transaction of more than rupees 3 lakh has been proposed. The same has been mentioned in the Finance Bill 2017, but the Government of India has made amendment in Finance Bill 2017 and has reduced the cash transaction limit to 2 lakhs rupees. Beyond that, use of the checks, NEFTs, RTGS, IMPS, DDs, etc. are compulsory. But if any person who enters into a transaction of rupee 2 lakh and above in cash will be liable to a penalty. Optional money is a form of non-tender money which is generally accepted, but legally one is not bound to accept it. It consists of credit instruments like bills of exchange, bank draft checks, etc., as they do not have a legal backing and their acceptance is totally optional. This money functions in the economy only if it is accepted by the people, as nobody can be forced to accept it. It is also popular as fiduciary money, which is only and only backed up by trust between the payer and payee. Now, moving on to the basis of money material, there are two kinds of money: metallic money and paper money, which are further divided into standard and token money and 4 types of paper money respectively. Let us understand more about these. So, as we said, metallic money is of 2 kinds, standard and token money. Any money whose face value, it means the amount written on that, is equal to its intrinsic value, it means the real value, are called standard money or full bodied money. Standard coins are generally made of gold and silver. The money whose face value is more than intrinsic value is called token money. Token coins are generally made of cheaper metals like copper, nickel, etc., and mostly represent lower denominations. You must be noticing in the pictures that the coins used as standard money were more precious than the amount written on it, therefore also known as full-bodied money. Whereas the coins which we are using now are having much more face value than the metal used for making them. This was the reason that it was in news somewhere in 2009 that Indian coins being turned into razor blades. Yes, you heard it right. Indian 5 rupee coins were being smuggled into Bangladesh to be melted down for making 6 razor blades, which were then are sold at rupees 2 per piece. It clearly means that out of the 5 rupee coin, they were making money which was more than twice of it. They were making money, or huge money. Not only this, but it was also suspected that these coins were even used to make earrings, necklaces and bracelets worn by boys and girls. Then RBI changes the material which was used to make that coin, and this material could not be melted as before. Now, why the size of the coins is decreasing in India? In India, the finance ministry is responsible for the minting of coins and printing of 1 rupee notes. The finance ministry is reducing the size of the coins every year and also have changed the metal and its composition to mint the coins. And I don't think that now we do not know the reason behind. The 1 rupee coin, which was earlier of 10 mg and of nickel, but now is minted with merely 4.85 gram weight and with ferritic stainless steel, which is worth of 97 paise today in comparison to 7 rupees earlier. Same for rupees 2 coin, weight, metal and worth all have changed for the new one, or all have brought down for the new one. And for rupees 5, the worth has come also down drastically. The government of India tries that the metallic value of any coin should remain less than its face value, because if the metallic value of the coins becomes more than the face value, then the people will melt the coin and sell the material in the open market, which is completely illegal. Therefore, now India is having coins which have lesser intrinsic value and higher face value, It means we have completely switched from standard money to token money. There was a rumor earlier related to coin of rupees 10 that if suppose there is no rupee symbol on the coin, then it is not considered as a valid coin. So, let me confirm you here that that was only a rumor. But all kinds of coins of rupees 10 are valid and a completely legal tender in India and can be used for settling a debt of 1,000 rupees. So please do not believe on any kind of rumors. Now, another kind of money on the basis of money material is paper money. So let me again clear you here that although we call it paper money, but all kinds of banknotes are 100% cotton. Paper money is again of 4 types, and these are representative paper money, convertible paper money, inconvertible paper money, and the 4th one is fiat money. So let's discuss on representative paper money. Representative money is a paper currency that can be exchanged for a fixed amount of valuable commodity, usually gold or silver. Sometimes to understand paper currencies, again a convenient example to understand it. And one more example I want to share with you here is silver certificate printed in 1880 was a form of representative money because that could be redeemed for 10 silver dollars. The fact remains with representative money is that this money needs backing to have any value at all. This gives it some similarity with fiat money. While fiat money is only backed by promises of government, representative money could be backed up by a variety of things. So there is nothing wrong saying that representative money occupies the middle ground between fiat and commodity money. Here come 2 other kinds of paper currency, that is convertible and inconvertible money. So let us discuss first on convertible money. Convertible money can be considered as a currency with huge amount of liquidity, as it can be exchanged, sold, or can be used to buy according to the demand of the holder. Currency convertible is important for international commerce. When a country has poor currency convertibility, it poses a risk and barrier to trade with foreign countries. Economic growth of a country plays a major role in deciding the value of convertible money. The stronger an economy is on the global scale, the more likely its currency will be easily convertible into other major currencies and also creates a transparent pricing. Some major examples are US dollar, British pound sterling, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, and the euro. However, there are also several minor and exotic currencies that are fully convertible. The New Zealand dollar is an example of fully convertible minor currency, while the South African rand is another fully convertible exotic currency. That is, they may be traded in the global foreign exchange market without any limitations or government intervention in the process. In contrast, the Indian rupee is an example of a partially convertible currency, as the Indian government imposes restrictions on its trade. Whereas, inconvertible currency, which is also known as blocked currency or blocked money, cannot be converted into any other currency or can't be used to buy, sell or exchange it in the market. Government or regulatory authority can impose or label a currency as inconvertible to protect the investors from making bad investments, especially during hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is a situation where rise in prices are completely out of control and the purchasing power of the country has also been lost. But there is also a possibility for the government to back up this type of currency in the form of treasury bills, bonds, or government securities. Nowadays, paper or fiat money is inconvertible. Generally, authoritarian regimes or developing countries have been more likely to place restrictions on exchange of currency. This can put these countries at an economic disadvantage since trade is not as smooth. Some countries such as Cuba and North Korea issue non-convertible currencies. Brazilian real is another example of completely non-convertible currency. These cannot be traded at all in the international foreign exchange market. To understand it better, we need to look at the example of 1997 Asian financial crisis. In the wake of 1997 Asian financial crisis, many countries in the region imposed tight capital control to reduce the threat of run of their currency. More recently, Greece imposed capital controls in June 2015 to slow the capital outflows during the Greek debt crisis, and these stayed in place until 2018. Now, here comes fiat money. Fiat money refers to money backed by order or authority of the government. There is no intrinsic value. For example, notes and coins. The most common system of monetary system is fiat money. Fiat money should never be confused with representative money. This is because it is paper money and coins with nothing backing them whatsoever. The only reason such money holds any value at all is because people choose to accept the nebulous promise from the government that they will back it with their full faith, credit, and trust. Representative money, on the other hand, represent the pledge to pay real money back. So the currency of every country is a fiat currency, at least for that specific country. But have you ever thought that any metal like gold or silver, plastic cards like credit and debit card, and bill of exchange can be fiat money too? No. So these are not backed by government. That is why these are not at all fiat money. As we are discussing about fiat money, so let us quickly understand who issues Indian fiat money. All coins up to Rs 1,000 are issued by Government of India under Coinage Act 1906, which was further amended in 1955. Also, 1 rupee note is issued by Government of India, and therefore it is signed by Finance Secretary. And currently, our Finance Secretary is Mr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey. Whereas, under the RBI Act 1934, all the bank notes from 2000 are issued by a central bank, that is Reserve Bank of India. And these are signed by Governor of RBI. And currently, the Governor of RBI is Mr. Shaktikant Das. When initially RBI printed currency notes in 1938, then they issued the notes of Rs 5 as well as the highest denomination note of 10,000 rupees. Now moving on to another slide. Here comes credit money. Credit is generally defined as an agreement between a lender and a borrower who promises to repay the lender at a later date, generally with interest. Credit also refers to an individual or business creditworthiness or credit history. To understand this concept, here is an example. When someone uses his or her Visa card to make a purchase, the card is considered a form of credit because they are buying goods with the understanding they will pay the bank back later. Financial resources are not the only form of credit that may be offered. There may be an exchange of goods and services in exchange for a deferred payment, which is another type of credit. Deferred payments means buy now and pay later. When suppliers give products or services to an individual but don't require payment until later, that is a form of credit. So when a restaurant receives a truckload of food from a vendor who does not demand payment until a month later, the vendor is offering the restaurant a form of credit. In modern economies, with the development of banking activity, credit money is being wisely used. Demand deposits of banks, which are withdrawable through checks, serve as money, and the checks are accepted as a mean of payments. It is to be noted that a check by itself is not money. It is only a credit instrument which performs the functions of money. That is why credit money is regarded as near money. And now, what is this near money? To understand it, let us understand money versus near money concept. Near money is a term in financial economics describing highly liquid non-cash assets that are easily converted into cash. Also, near money can be called quasi-money or cash equivalents. The proximity of near monies is important to determine the degree of liquidity. Saving accounts, deposit certificates, foreign currencies, money market accounts, marketable securities, and treasury bills are some of the examples of near money assets. It can be important to make the distinction between money and near money in all near money evaluations. Money involves cash in hand and cash in bank, which can be accessed as a transactional exchange medium on demand for use. Near money needs some time to convert to cash. In order to meet immediate obligations, individuals and businesses must have cash money available. So, it can be said that near money is the close substitute of money, but not the perfect substitute. So, that is all for today. I am sure you must have benefited from this video. To know more about our economy and business, do subscribe the channel and also subscribe my Telegram channel by the name of Bhavna Mehra. I will soon come with another interesting and important topic. Till then, maintain social distancing and stay safe.